Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Oluwatosin, Miss Sugarlicious. So guys, today I just thought I'd share a couple of tips with you guys, especially for most people that are finishing off uni and ready to, like, what I mean, face the reality of life, and obviously also for people that are actually there as we speak and struggling to get a job, or maybe they've done something that is actually out of earth profession and they're struggling to get a job. This video is for you. Stay put to the end of this video, and I want to believe that you'll be encouraged to keep pushing, to keep going on. So my first tip is channel your energy. I know, you've come out from uni, and, trust me, like, your last couple of months in uni, it's very exhaustful, it's very tiring. And, you come out from uni a lot. I mean, you finish from uni a lot of times. I just like, what, oof, let me relax. Don't relax. I'm speaking from experience. This is something that I've been through, and trust me, it's not easy. Job market is not easy at all. Believe you me or not, like, it's so hard, to sell yourself out there to employers. I want to say it's even one of the most difficult things to do. It's so difficult to do. And so like I said, channel your energy, those energy you've put into completing your courseworks, into your assignments, into your dissertation. Just channel all that energy to trying to get a job. Trust me, it's job market out there. It's not easy. Like, a lot of times, we feel like going to uni, getting a degree, that is it. Getting a degree, getting a 2-1, a first class, employers don't even care about that. I'm saying this out of, like I said, I'm saying this out of experience. Like, employers don't care if you have a good degree, if you've got a good grade. They do not care. All they want is, can this person deliver? Can this person give us what we want? Does this person have the experience to actually do this job? So everything a lot of times comes back to don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that going to uni is not good. I'm not saying going to uni is not a good thing. I'm not saying getting good grades from uni is not a good thing. But what I'm saying here is, what employers are looking for is potential. Does this person have the potential? Does this person have the skills? Does this person have the quality that they are looking for? So number two thing is, as we all know, when you have a degree, it's, it actually adds to your potential. It shows that you can do it. It proves that you are not just there to, like, as a figurehead to them, but rather you've gone to uni, learned something, and you bring it something to the table. That's that's what a lot of employers are looking for. And like I said to you, I'm not saying that going to uni is a bad thing. It's good to go to uni. If you've not gone to uni, try to. I don't even know what to say when in terms of going to uni these days, because a lot of times I'm like, you know what? I don't even know. I don't even know, because even though you've gone to uni and all of that, it doesn't mean that you're gonna get better treatment or anything. To me, I think being a graduate, just, it increases your job prospect. It allows you to kind of like think beyond the box, outside the box. So you're not just there thinking, oh, I did this, I've got to stick to it. But then it allows you to kind of like, it increases your job prospect in a sense. And it allows you to kind of like advance your career path. So it's like, you have a choice to either go take your plan A, or you decide to go for plan B, if that makes sense. So yeah. One thing I will add, my third tip is, if you're still in uni trying to finish off, or you've finished off and you're trying to get a job, set yourself a goal. That's my third tip. Set yourself a goal. Okay, so to say, when I was finishing uni, I had this huge plan. I'm gonna get married right after uni, I'm going to do this, I'm gonna do that. If I'm gonna get a job, this is the maximum amount that I would like to be earning at the end of the year, like per annual. I had plans, I had goals. But then after finishing off from uni, I got into the job market. I thought it was overbearing. It was a lot to take in because you keep applying for some certain jobs and you keep getting um sorry, and your application was not successful at this stage, try back some other time. A lot of times this in fact a lot of times there are times the minute I open my human and it says unfortunately, I go like, you know what, forget it, I'll try some other time. It was that bad. It was really, really that bad. So for me, I would say, so my advice is set yourself a goal. Set yourself a goal that would motivate you every day. A goal that would, don't set yourself outrageous goals. Set yourself something sensible and something attainable, something that you could, you can achieve. Don't go like, oh yeah, you want to be honey 50,000 per annum. Trust me, I used to have that mindset before finishing uni that, trust me, like I used to have that mindset before finishing uni that, I want to work, I want to be a manager, I want to be this, I want to be that. And it didn't click at that time until I started trying to like get a job, doing my job application, from one job application to the other, to the other, and to the other, and to the point that I even looked at other options other than just applying for a specific role. It even got to a point that I went from my high hours and came all the way down to an entry level job, which is a paralegal job. If obviously if you study law, the first thing you're going to be looking at is getting a job within the law firm, just getting yourself through the door. And I tried, I even tried entry roles like paralegals, secretary, PA, just something to kind of get me through the door. And everything comes down to experience and experience and experience. Believe you me or not, like it's tough. And like I believe I've mentioned earlier that pandemic also had, I believe I mentioned earlier that if you finished off uni during pandemic or right after pandemic, you graduated we are those bunch of people that struggle. Because here's the thing, while we were in uni, we didn't get this coaching session on how to sell yourself out there or how to do a job application because of the pandemic, obviously. And I do understand that. I really do. But it's tough. Job market is tough, like really, really tough. If you're not a tough cookie, it will just get to a point, just be like, well, let me just get anything to do. Let me just, the only thing that matters for me to just earn money. You know, let me be on a specific salary or whatever it is. Let me just live. Let me get something to live on. It's hard. It is hard, and if you don't have the right support system, a lot of times it is very, very challenging. You see a lot of people just give up, like, what the hell, why am I even doing this, what I mean? It's really, really hard. So number 4, my fourth tip is, don't be scared to start a career in a different field, in a different profession. Like me, I studied law. I finished, I had ambition, I had goals. Like I said to you earlier, I had my high goals, and what I mean. And you know, but when I started applying for jobs, and I keep getting, I keep getting turned down, I realized that okay, I think it's time to kind of start at a specific level, and then probably work myself way up. And that's what I did. I actually started off with something far from what I studied. I studied law and I started off as a customer service advisor. Believe you me, not just customer service advisor within a legal firm or whatsoever it is. It was far from fetch. It was far from what I studied. I and I did that for a couple of months, and then got moved from that particular role to a different role. So don't be too scared to start your life, your career path on from a different profession in, entirely. Trust me, a lot of times, when you start from a different profession, you realize there are times that you realize that, okay, you know what, I'm actually enjoying this. I think I would like to go deeper. I would like to, work myself up there, within that particular profession. So don't be like I said, don't be too scared. Be open. Make yourself open to any role. Any role will get you the experience you need. Trust me, like any role at all will get you that experience. So don't be too scared, because you're gonna gain a lot of transferable skills that you might not need now, but then you will eventually need at a point in your life to climb up that ladder. So don't feel that if you're not in the place where you feel you feel that you should be, don't be too sad about it. Don't let it bring you down. Rather, just see it as a stepping stone into greatness. See it as a stepping stone into that career goal you've always had in mind. See it as a stepping stone to into your goals. If you have got goals planned like me, I honestly, like, I had lots of things on my mind when I finished uni that I really wanted to do, and I felt so overwhelmed. The whole getting a job thing, trying to get experience was really it was really overwhelming for me. And like I said, if you do not have the right support system, there are times that you might just drown in the whole thing. Like, so but moving on, a lot of times that when I'm just gonna use myself as a quick example. I don't I'm gonna use myself as a quick example. When was trying to get a job, um before I actually started working at all, when I was trying to get a job, and got to a point where I just thought, you know what, I'll just go for entry roles. I'll just try entry roles and stuff. And one of the entry roles I tried applying for was paralegal roles, secretary roles, um, legal assistant roles. Those were the roles I tried applying for. And believe you me or not, like, you're gonna be getting paid peanuts, but at the same time, they're asking you for outrageous amount of experience. And you're there thinking, whoa, okay, pandemic happened, firms were closed. How on earth do you expect people to get this experience? How on earth how do you want them to go by getting those experience? It's not even possible. It was really, in my mind, a lot of times I'm just like, you know what, what the hell, really. There was even a point that I really got to a point where I was even doubting, why on earth did I even went to uni? Why did I even, you know, what's the point getting a 2-1 or a first class if, what I mean, if I'm coming out of uni and then still struggling to get a job, or you still find, I see, like, firms or employers still turning you down, companies are turning you down at every given opportunity. you know it got to that point where I start doubt starts setting in for me. In that situation, what I would advise is, make your option open. Look beyond what you're applying for. Look at other fields. Look at, if you've done something in a particular, if you've studied in a particular profession, look beyond that profession. Look for other things, other professions that you could do, or something else you could do that would that you could do as a starting point. So it's just so to kind of like avoid the doubt setting in, because when trust me, like, when doubt starts setting, you start questioning yourself, you start questioning your ability, you start questioning the time you spent in uni, the time you spent studying, all those sleepless nights, everything. So try looking beyond what you study. Try looking beyond the profession you wanted to get into. Try looking beyond what you're currently, doing, but rather also look at your skills. What can you do with yourself apart from what I've studied in school. What else can I do with myself? What else can you do with yourself? So you need to try to look at all those options. Make yourself available to different options, different roles. So that's my advice in that area. And lastly, my last tip, I believe it's my last tip. So, lastly, for anyone out there, if that is looking for a job, you've finished uni, you've done your bit by finishing uni, coming out with good grades, and you feel that, and you're in a place trying to get a job, and at every turn you keep getting turned down. Don't don't let it weigh you down too much. That's my advice to you. That's my tip for you to really don't let it weigh you down too much. Rather look beyond, you know, the disappointments. See every even if you keep getting rejection, see them as a, you know, as a win to you. Because if you keep getting rejections, that means it's gonna be either one two things. It's gonna be either maybe you're not good enough for that company, or the company is not good enough for you. It's as simple as that. And also, for every day, just see every day as a little win for yourself. um even if you've just literally got an email saying unfortunately we can't take you on, try some other time, see it as a little win for yourself. Because there's no point sobbing on it. There's no point, feeling sad about it, or putting yourself in a very depressing mood about it. Just see it as, you know you can do better next time, and then you do better next time. And like I said, in terms of your, if you're doing interview back to back, maybe you try reducing those interviews down a little bit, and sit back and reflect on those interviews and see what you're doing wrong, what you're not doing right. Is there anything you could improve on? Is there anything you should have done better that you didn't do at the time of the interview? And obviously do better next time. And I think that's one thing that's actually worked for me, when I was doing interviews upon interviews, from one interviews to the other. Every time I get those emails come through to say, sorry, we're not taking you on this time, I reflect. I will sit back and just reflect on it. Okay, what am I? Is it that I'm not good enough, or did I say something wrong? Didn't I say the right thing at the when at the right time, or what did I do wrong? Like, I will sit back and about it, reflect on it. Okay, what did I do wrong? What should I have done better? And every time there is always, and funny enough, like every time I sit back to reflect, there is always something I always pick on. Every single time I sit down to reflect, there is always something I will pick on to say, oh, okay, maybe I should have actually said it like this. Maybe I should have, you know, introduce myself in a bit like this. I should have said this while I was introducing myself. Maybe I shouldn't have said that when I. So a lot of times, sitting back to just reflect on those interviews, reflect on how you put yourself out there, it would be of help. It would actually help you to like improve at every interview you get to attend, and every what I mean, like, it helps. I think for me, I'm speaking from my own perspective anyways, it was really helpful for me. So I would advise you try doing that as well. Don't just keep get going on and on about the interviews, but rather there are times that you just need to sit back, slow down, and reflect on those interviews, see where you've gone, where you think you might have gone wrong. Because a lot of times, like, companies would not even give you feedbacks. Even if you ask them for feedbacks, they don't even have the time to give you feedback, because a lot of times they just be like, you know what, we're moving on to the next stage. We don't have this time, so it's just what it is. So I think, so the last thing I'm gonna say is, if you're still in uni, my last tip to you is, please network. Network, network, network. Get to meet people, get to meet new employers. Put yourself out there. If you are to put yourself out there, take your CVs out to different companies, different places. Even do volunteering job if you have to. If you feel like you're in a place where you feel like you've not got what's it called now, if you've not got experience within a corporate world, try to put yourself out there, try to do volunteering jobs, trying to get some work experience. Just bank as much as possible a lot of experience in your within yourself. Have a lot of experience banked up on your CV. It just puts you in a better place by the time you're done with uni, if you get what I mean. Like, it puts you in a better place to kind of like get a job a lot quicker. So if you're still in uni, you still have the opportunity to kind of like, work on yourself, get those work experience in, get volunteering roles, do as much as possible. That's all I can advise, really. I just thought I'd share this. I hope you've actually enjoyed this video. I hope it's not been, yeah, I hope it's not been too boring. I hope I've been able to encourage someone out there with this video. I hope I've been able to touch somebody with this video. um and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate. And I would like to say, please stay tuned for my next video that's going to be coming up. um and I appreciate you guys coming to watch this video, and stay tuned. Thank you. So till next time, till my next video, I'd like to say thank you for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe. If you are here for the first time, come back again. Stay put. And if you've been here before and you're coming back here again, I really appreciate you coming back. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate. Till next time, bye for now.